21, this court ordered that the respondent counter-petition's motion to compel being was granted, that the petitioner counter-respondent, that being Mr. Ralph Outlaw, shall within 30 days of the date of this hearing provide the answers to interrogatories number 10 and number 25, as well as request for production of documents 3 and 5. Further, petitioner respondent being is hereby ordered to swear to the answers to the interrogatories as well as the request for production of documents. And then we continued the motion for spousal support, and the motion for attorney's fees was reserved. I understand Ms. Mize's position that she has attempted to assist him in answering these interrogatories, but it is more the candid answer that Mr. Outlaw gave, while Ms. Mize says he doesn't really understand or know what he was talking about. It seemed pretty clear to me he knew what he was talking about. He answered that he didn't want to give that information out to Ms. Outlaw because of her son, and she had abused it in the past. And he made a conscious decision to violate this court's order regarding the production of those documents. More importantly, the requests themselves have not only to do with bank statements, but also with insurance and also with retirement accounts, all of which are relevant. It is a short-term marriage, but the issue regarding the increase in any sort of retirement or pension benefits they might have would be certainly the reasonable and relevant to this final hearing in this case. As a result of that, I have little choice but to find Mr. Outlaw to be in willful and deliberate contempt of the courts and sentence him to the Dixon County Jail for a period of 6 months or until he has purged himself of the contempt of this court by fully answering all of those discovery requests. The court orders that he report to the Dixon County Jail on November the 1st of 2021, unless by that time he has purged himself of contempt by producing the answers to discovery that were requested. I would point out that while Mr. Outlaw objects to some of those questions as being too expensive for him to have to produce those bank records, there was no objection made to the answers to interrogatories or requests for production as provided for under the rules. And there is a procedure under the rules if it is going to be extensive under rule. That's what I was refreshing my memory about. Rule 26 regarding the general rules of discovery. 26.02 sets forth a procedure whereby an individual who claims that the answers to the discovery will be excessively expensive, prohibitively expensive, has a method by which they can address that issue. But under the circumstances, it is this court's opinion that Mr. Outlaw, by his own testimony, has indicated he intentionally did not answer that question because he didn't want her to have that information. It's about as clear an answer. Ralph Outlaw versus Larry Angie Outlaw. This is a motion for contempt, is that correct? Motion to compel answers to interrogatories and request for production of documents, and a motion for contempt.
Also, all
right. You may proceed. You wish to make an opening statement?
I'll just say, Your Honor, that we did get the responses.
Let's come to the podium, if you will, please, and point that microphone up a little bit.
We did get the responses, though very late. We got it yesterday and this morning got a signed copy.
So do you want to reserve or pass your motion to compel it until you've had a chance to review those responses to make sure they are appropriate? Or do you want to strike your motion, or you want to argue?
No, I don't want to strike it. I just there is the others there incomplete.
All right. Then we'll hear all your matters. Well, step up, please, and raise your right hand and be placed in the row.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony given this cause to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Would you please state your name?
Angie Outlaw.
Ms. Outlaw, you're married to Mr. Ralph Outlaw, is that correct? And you filed a motion for spousal support. And in that, accompanying that motion is a document from the Social Security Administration concerning your disability.
Yes.
Are you in fact disabled?
Yes.
And how much money do you receive each month for disability?
1564.
Do you have any other source of income?
No.
And you already
Ms. Outlaw, if you want to remove your mask while you're testifying, make it easier to hear you, that would be helpful. Thank you.
have any other source of income?
No.
Are you able to work?
No.
That microphone's not on, I don't think.
You also file, along with that, a statement of income and expenses,
Yes.
and that shows you're short approximately $281 a month
Yes.
for just paying the bare expenses.
The very bare minimum.
And how are you covering that?
Usually my daughter or my mother.
You borrowing money from them?
Yeah. Borrowing every month.
Now, when you and Mr. Outlaw were married, he had health insurance on you, did he not?
I believe I had health insurance, and when I resigned my position with the state, his insurance took over. He ended up getting it through me.
That was insurance
For
through his,
me,
that was insurance through his employment.
yes,
And was that insurance in effect when you separated?
yes,
Is that insurance in effect now?
no,
Do you know how much it would cost for you to get yourself insured through the Social Security Administration or through Medicaid?
to have the health insurance that's $148 a month. To have the health, dental, and vision, as I had when we were married, it could be up to $350 a month. It just depends on, they would need my insurance information and my medical background before they could determine the exact cost.
So after your separation, you lost your insurance,
Recently, yes.
and you're asking, so I assume in your motion for thousand support, you're asking for not only $281 per month, but also the cost of insurance, which is $350.
Yes, at the very least, I need my health insurance, which is $148, because I don't, that's the one I use most. But
So because of your illnesses and disabilities, you're prescribed medication, is that correct?
correct.
Are you able to afford that medication?
No, I haven't taken any medication since Ralph left.
So you're kind of rolling the dice on that.
Lots of prayer.
I believe that's all I have.
Ms. Bynum, do you have questions?
I do, Your Honor. Mr. Jackson, do you have a copy of her income and expense statement? I did not receive one with my motion. Ms. Outlaw, it's my understanding that you and Mr. Outlaw married in 2014, and at that time you were working for the state, correct? You quit in 2015, is that correct? Now, you all separated in mid-2018, correct?
No,
When did you separate?
he left on June 27th, 2000.
Ms. Outlaw, if you'll speak up a little bit, it'll be helpful.
I'm sorry. He left on June 27th, 2019.
Okay, so you all were together approximately 5 years, have been separated about 2.5 years, correct?
No, we've been together almost 20 years. We were married 5 years.
And so during that first almost 20 years, you worked outside the home, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You all do not have any children, correct?
No.
Don't own any homes together.
No.
Currently don't have any debts except the bankruptcy. Is that correct?
Correct.
So you indicated that you hadn't taken any medicine since Mr. Outlaw left in 2019, but you had his health insurance and your disability insurance until July of this year. Is that not correct?
That is not correct.
When did it stop?
In 2019, Ralph and I did a kind of a cost benefit because we were discussing health savings account.
Mm-hmm.
And the cost of me paying the $144 at the time for Medicare, we had a bigger benefit by doing the health savings account because of the amount of money. Once I did the analysis, we determined that. And I also have, I sent my attorney a text message where at the time, I let Ralph know, yay, they're going to stop the payment, processing the payment. As soon as I get all the paperwork in, Ralph was fully aware I did not have disability insurance.
Okay.
Health insurance through disability.
Okay, so you're indicating you have not had Medicare, even though it was available for $144 since 2019.
Approximately. It was months before Ralph left.
Okay. And that was a decision that you made to cancel your Medicare.
No, ma'am, that was a decision that Ralph and I made together.
Okay.
Because he had to do the health savings account through NEMAC. So we talked about, because he was paying a lot of out-of-pocket expense. My rheumatologist stopped taking my insurance, and we had to pay cash. And I believe it was like $150 a month. And once, like I said, I did the analysis on what would be better for us to pay, the $144 or to get a health savings account. We decided together to do the health savings account and to cancel the Medicare because I did have health insurance through him.
Okay, how long did you have health insurance through him?
At least from July of August of 2015 till he canceled it. I found out when I went to go to my gastroenterologist in July that he canceled my health insurance.
So I previously asked you, you had health insurance through Mr. Outlaw until 2 months ago, even though you've been separated for almost 3 years.
That is correct.
So 2 months ago. Now you testified you had.
I'm sorry. I found out in July. I believe my insurance canceled when he resigned NEMAC, which he resigned his position at NEMAC May 27th, according to NEMAC.
Okay. So once again, why aren't you taking your medicine and getting medical care if you just stopped having insurance?
Well, I was taking my medicine and I was getting medical care. I had an appointment with my gastroenterologist because I have to have colonoscopies every 3 years instead of 5 because I have polyps. When I called my gastroenterologist because I went to another appointment and they said my insurance was canceled, they let me know I had no insurance. I can't afford a specialist out of pocket, so I wasn't able to go. I have made appointments. I have kept appointments with my doctors since Ralph has been gone.
Okay.
I have not been able to see all of my doctors because I can't afford the out-of-pocket expense. And when he left, he took our health savings, and I haven't had access to the health savings account.
So when you testified you weren't able to take your medicine, that wasn't true.
No, that was true.
Now, when does your Medicare kick back in? You said it was available.
When I can afford to pay it.
So for $144, you could get your Medicare back on track and you would have the medical care you need.
What's the question?
You can still get Medicare. You're eligible.
I'm eligible, yes. And I don't have to wait till an open enrollment and if I do it within 8 months.
Right. So you could have it tomorrow for $144 a month.
The health coverage, yes, $148 a month.
$148. Now, let's talk about your income. You indicated you're receiving $1,564 per month, correct? And you get other income in the form of food stamps. Is that correct?
I do get food stamps.
And how much do you receive in food stamps?
My qualification is $52 a month. With the COVID relief, I get the full amount, which is $250.
Okay, so in addition to the 1564, you get another 250. That's bringing you to 1,814. Now, do you get any other forms of assistance?
No,
Who lives in your home?
I live alone.
No children?
No.
When is the last time someone other than you lived in your home?
I had a psycho roommate last year that moved out in June, I believe. So June of 2020.
How much were they paying to live in your home?
She paid $125 a week for about 2 months.
Okay, so you, at one point you were receiving about $500 a month in rent. How many of your children have lived in your home since Mr. Outlaw left?
My son,
Okay, was he paying rent?
no,
How old is he?
he's 26 now.
So he was 26 and you were supporting him and he was not paying any rent? Food,
I was not supporting him. I didn't have the income to support someone else.
Did he pay rent?
No,
Did he buy groceries?
he got food stamps.
Did he pay electric or water?
When he could, he would. He didn't, it wasn't something that I depended on, but he did work in landscaping and occasionally give me money, but not any type of regular money.
So you were supporting him. You paid his rent, you paid his electric, paid
No, I
his
paid my
utilities.
rent because I was gonna live there whether he was there or not.
Now, you have indicated your need was 281, but that was before you admitted you were receiving 250 from assistance. So now your need is $31. Is that correct?
Well, no, actually, if you look on my income and expense statement, you'll see I put my grocery bill as $30 because that's how much I was paying out of pocket. I don't just eat $30 a month. That's just what I paid out of pocket.
What
So-
about the $1,100 mortgage? Is that rent or mortgage?
It's rent.
And you live by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you attempted to find a cheaper place than $1,100?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been able to do that?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Jackson, I don't have a copy of your income, of her income and expense statement in the court file. It references it in your motion that it's attached, but there was no copy of that attached. Would you like to submit a copy? I can't very well review it and without having had.
I have this because I don't have one either, but
Okay.
if you'll, just give me 1 second, Karen. I'll take a picture of it on my phone and give you my.
Let's do this. Let's take a break and I'm going to take a recess, let you make a copy so that everybody has their own individual copy. We'll stand in recess for about 15 minutes.
All rise. This court will be in recess 15 minutes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Outlaw, just so I'm clear, you have 1564 income, 254 benefits for a total of 1814 in income, correct?
I have 1564 in income and I have the 250 that is COVID related. I actually only am guaranteed 52.
And you have indicated that you are not able to pay your bills based on what you have currently. Is that correct?
I get them paid, but yes.
And you indicated that while your son was living with you, you did not expect him to pay you anything, even though you did not have enough money and he was working.
No, it wasn't that I didn't expect him to. I did expect him to, and that is one of the reasons that he no longer lives in my home and cannot come back to my home.
How long did he live with you without contributing?
Without contributing, probably 3 weeks.
Now, and since you found out in July that the health coverage you had through his employer was no longer available, have you applied for your Medicare assistance?
No, ma'am.
And it's my understanding that if you would apply, you would be eligible and it would be $148 a month, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I cannot afford the 148. I'm already short, so I can't afford it. And I'm not able to go back to work right yet. But I do plan on eventually going back to work. Disability was never meant to be a permanent thing. And things were getting better when Ralph left. And I'm not able to work right now.
Now, The only debt that you and Mr. Outlaw had was a consolidated bankruptcy debt where you filed for bankruptcy in October of 2017, correct?
Yes, 1,200 of which was mine, actually, my debt.
Okay, and the payment for that joint bankruptcy is approximately $650 per month, correct?
I believe so.
And since Mr. Outlaw left in June of 2019, has he made that payment each and every month?
No, ma'am.
You've made the payment?
No, ma'am. He's had it suspended several times through his job where he did not have to make payment.
Is it current?
I don't know that.
Have you ever paid anything on it?
I pay half of it. We're married still.
Do you mean that he pays your half?
Yes.
So he pays on your behalf about $315 a month toward the bankruptcy obligation.
I wouldn't say on my behalf, but he pays that, yes.
That's all I've got.
Mr. Jackson?
When, he left his, do you know why he left the fire?
No, I don't.
Do you know when he did?
According to Tabitha at NEMAC, he resigned his position on May 27th of 2021.
Did he inform you at that time he was no longer employed there?
No,
Did he tell you the insurance was no longer in effect?
no.
How did you find out?
I went to the doctor.
And when was that?
It was in June, I believe, and they could not process my payment, could not process the insurance. So I called the insurance company and they thought that they got it worked out and everything was good. I went to my doctor's appointment. Then the next day I got a call that it had been canceled, and that's the day that I called NEMAC to find out what was going on.
So the reason you haven't applied for Medicare at this point in time is because you cannot afford it. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's all I have.
Any recross? Thank you, ma'am. You may step down and have a seat with your lawyer. Mr. Jackson, you may call your next witness.
Mr. Outlaw.
Mr. Outlaw, if you'll come around, please.
I need to know what you think here. Should a parent still help their adult child even when they're already struggling financially themselves? Or was this situation making her money problems even worse? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
French writing. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony given in this house to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes. Please state your name.
Ralph Outlaw.
And you're currently married to Mary Outlaw, is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Outlaw, by an order dated July 13, 2021 by Judge Wolf, you ordered to respond within 30 days of the hearing, providing answers to interrogatories number 10 and number 25, as well as requests for production of documents 3 and 5. Is that correct?
Yes.
You did in fact respond.
Wait a minute. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But which documents are those numbers? I don't have them.
Interrogatory 10, 25, and request for production of documents 3 and 5.
What are the name of the documents?
Interrogatory number 10, it says, for all checking, savings, retirement, 401k, stocks, bonds, and any and all other securities to which you have in your name or in the name of another for you, or any signatory privileges, please state A, the name of the company or entity in which any of the above items is located, along with the account number and the value of the above items and or outstanding balance. Attach copies of all bank statements, account statements, or certificates of value for any of the above items that are in your possession for the previous 18 months.
No, sir, I did not.
That was the interrogatory. Did you respond to it?
No, I did not.
Why did you not?
Well, the information that you just read was pretty much abused by her and her son, and I was kind of afraid to allow any more of that information out.
So even though you were ordered by this court to provide that information, you did not.
No, sir, I did not.
And you're also under interrogatory 25. Is that the same reason you didn't respond?
Yes.
Within this latest interrogatories, I got the answers to yesterday. You say that in response to produce all payroll check stubs and other evidence of income earned and or received by you for the last 3 months. Your response was, I've only worked at Avery since 2021. Avery is my only source of income. I am paid by direct deposit and will produce bank statements as soon as I am able to get them from the bank. I have no other statements received regarding my wages. Why did you not produce bank stuff?
Since starting in employment there, I've been having, they do direct deposit and electronic banking, and my portfolio has been unable to process it, and HR has been working on it since I've worked there, and I'm still unable to process it.
So you don't have anything with you today, aside from these answers, showing your current pay and your deductions?
My lawyer have just a snapshot of my pay, but I don't have anything as far as showing my deductions. No, I don't.
How would she have a snapshot of your pay if your payroll portal doesn't work?
That's through my app on my phone where it was deposited into my bank account.
So you do have a bank account.
Yes, sir.
I believe that's all.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Outlaw, how many sets of interrogatories have you had to answer in the last 6 months? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Now, Mr. Jackson asked you if you provided bank statements and you said no, but I would like to pass forward what has been provided to Mr. Jackson
Your
that you signed.
this witness answer he didn't provide it. He's stuck with that answer.
Well, it's her opportunity to question him about things, and so I overrule the objection. He is basically has testified that he didn't provide the information that he was ordered to provide, at least as to number 10. So he pretty much, and he gave me the reason that he thought the information had been abused by your client and her son. But his answer is essentially willful and intentional violation of a court order on that question, at least. So Ms. Mize is entitled to try to show about the bank records, which is a little different. But right now, Mr. Outlaw is in contempt of this court by his own admission. So we'll see what else comes up, which means that he may be going to jail at some point. So go ahead, Ms. Mize. Overrule the objection.
Mr. Outlaw, I'm going to pass forward a document which you executed on July 30, 2021. And it does have attached 2 months of bank statements. Can you identify that document? You go to that first, thank you.
Yes, I can.
Now, that document indicates that you are providing your bank account number, and it is attached there too, does it not?
Yes.
And can you see your bank account number on those statements?
Yes, I can.
And can you tell me, looking at those interrogatories, why you could not provide them?
At the particular time or now, to provide a whole entire year, it was very expensive and I couldn't afford that particular cost of them. And the part of providing the bank statements, I was under the impression that it was the check stubs for April, but this is all of the bank statements that I could afford at that particular time.
And do those bank statements have your account on them and the title of the bank?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you offer in your responses to sign a release and allow Ms. Outlaw to get any and all your bank statements at her expense?
Yes,
And that was in July, correct?
yes,
Have you ever been presented a release from Ms. Outlaw through me requesting that they be allowed to get your bank statements?
yes.
Have you signed a release?
Oh, no.
But you offered in July, correct?
Yes, I did.
And you provided the account number and the name of the bank to make it easy for them to get whatever they wanted, correct?
Yes.
So did you intend to not provide bank statements?
No, ma'am.
Now, we have since then received additional interrogatories, and I know it's confusing when you can't see and you're trying to answer questions about things that you don't know about, but did you provide all the information regarding your job, where it is, the phone number, everything about April?
Yes,
And did you provide, at that time, how much you were making?
yes,
Now, the only information that you did not provide was wage statements, correct?
yes. Well, no, I think I gave you my wage, the amount of $1 million also.
You indicated earlier that you provided screenshots from your phone to me to show your weekly pay
Yes,
deposits. Is that correct?
yes.
Your Honor, may I show this, Mr. Jackson, before I present?
You may,
I pass these forward, Your Honor.
all right?
Mr. Outlaw, you indicated in your sworn interrogatories that you make approximate.
See that, or you want him?
Yes, to the witness, thank you. You indicated in the sworn interrogatories that were provided that you make approximately $22.75 per hour. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what do you normally take home?
Roughly 760, 777, something like that.
Now, the pay stubs that you hold in your hand don't reflect that much. Is that correct?
Correct.
Why do they not?
I've been having asthma and COPD difficulties. With that, been undergoing some studies that has taken me out of work periodically.
So the deductions in your pay don't reflect that you aren't working, just that you have had some health issues.
Yes.
Here, I move to introduce that as next exhibit.
All right, mark it as the next exhibit.
And if I failed to introduce the sworn interrogatories with the bank records, I'd move to introduce those as well.
All right, mark them both as exhibits.
I don't think we're marking it yet.
Mark this income and expense statement of Mrs. Outlaw as exhibit 1. The next two will be exhibit 2 and 3.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Mr. Outlaw, you were ordered to provide an answer to interrogatory number 10, and I passed that answer forward to you regarding why you did not produce those bank statements. Was it your intention to allow them to get them and comply with this order?
Yes.
And they've had your banking account information since July, correct?
Yes.
Do you have more than one account?
No.
Now, there's been some testimony that you resigned from your position in May. Is that correct?
Yes.
And why did you leave NEMAC?
NEMAC is a Ford company distributor. And the pandemic has affected our production. We were laid off at that particular time, a month and probably about a week. Our HR department was laid off as well, and it affected unemployment. I was going into my 5th week without a check or without even unemployment check as well. And I sought work elsewhere because they extended our layoff for another 3 weeks. So that was going to put me out of work for at least 2 months. And I submitted some applications, and I got a call from Avery, and I resigned from NEMAC at that particular time.
So you were out approximately 5 to 6 weeks with no pay at all,
Correct.
and you sought other employment. Are you making less now than you were then?
Yes, ma'am.
How much less now?
I was making 26.08 at NEMAC, and I'm at 22.13.
Now, there is a bankruptcy obligation that you and Ms. Outlaw owe from an application you filed in 2017. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you current on that obligation?
Yes, I am.
And how much do you pay each and every month?
Payroll deduction, I pay each month $624. It's broke down into 2 payments, comes out of my check, $312.
And have you received any notices that you're not compliant in any way with that bankruptcy payment?
No, ma'am, not at all. There was, during my layoff, they put me on a deferred payment because it was due to the pandemic, but no, I'm current on mine.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Redirect.
Outlaw, on the latest interrogatory response, which I got today, you said that your current pay is $22.75 an hour.
Yes.
You just testified it's $22.13. Which one is it?
I testified as 22.75. It's 22.75.
You testified 22.13.
I understood him to say 22.75. That's what I wrote down. I understood him to say 22.75. That's what I wrote down.
26.13 is what I made at NEMAC.
That's his former pay.
I don't believe I have it.
So 22.75 equals 40 hours a week is $910 a week gross pay if you work a 40-hour week. Times 52 weeks in a month, in a year, it comes to $47,320 a year annual income. Divide that by 12 months out of the year, and that puts you at $3,943 per month average. Would you say that's fair? It's about right at $4,000 is what you're earning?
Give or take, yes.
All right. Thank you. You may step down.
That's all approved, John.
Miles, you have any other proof other than what we've heard?
Just argument, Your Honor.
All right, I'll be glad to hear you in argument.
Your Honor, you heard it while I was on ballot. I'm not going to do it. Even though he's required to do it by the rules of civil procedure, in order to do it by you, he's not going to do it. They come up today with two months of bank statements. The interrogatory requested 18 months. Nothing about a 401k. And nothing else on any of the information I asked about, Your Honor. If I've ever seen anybody that's as willful and intentional contempt of the orders of the court, it's him. He said it. We've asked that he be punished, Your Honor, and we think he should be. We'd ask that he be held in civil contempt and placed in Dixon County Jail until such time as he purges himself by answering these questions, as he's already been ordered to do. We've also asked for attorney's fees, Your Honor.
Ms. Mize?
Your Honor, I hate, it bothers me that Mr. Jackson relates to the court that we came up with 2 statements today when he wrote me in August that he had received the 2 statements. So obviously I can't call Mr. Jackson a witness that he received the bank statements in July, but he did. It was not today. It was in July. And the order of the court indicated he shall have 30 days to respond to these answers and swear that these answers are true. Mr. Outlaw swore under oath in these interrogatories that he had no other documents in his possession relevant to this question. He offered to provide a release so that they could get these statements. He provided the account number, he provided the location of the bank. Mr. Outlaw is carrying the $650 bankruptcy payment, even though he has been, as he testified, out of work for about 6 weeks this summer with no income at all and reduced income as of late, and as is shown in his direct deposits. Mr. Outlaw has tried to be compliant. He has offered this information. They do not want to pay for it. This is a 4-year marriage where they have no children and no property. And the continued attempts to seek information that's not relevant to this case, even though we are offering to provide it rather than just resolve the case, is difficult for counsel to understand. We responded to the motion to compel, indicating that we have supplemented as well as Mr. Outlaw can. He's given the 2 bank statements he was able to get his hands on, and he has answered the interrogatories that were provided during that time frame. Mr. Outlaw is not trying to be contemptuous with the court. They have all of the information to get the records. He's paying the bankruptcy obligation for both parties, which is about $650. And Ms. Outlaw has shown that she can meet her needs. She has chosen not to get Medicare, even though she knows she can. It's free to apply. Whether or not they take out $148 after they approve her, she has not even applied. And she had her child living with her that she indicated worked full-time, and she was not asking him for money. I think that shows the court that she did not have the need at that time if her 26-year-old son was not contributing. And she indicated at one point that there were only 3 weeks that he didn't contribute, so she kicked him out. So at least a great portion of this time she's referring to, he was contributing, and she hasn't shared with us what his contributions were or whether she had on any need during that time. All we know today is that she has indicated she's $144 short to pay her Medicare payment. We would ask the court to deny her request for spousal support based on the fact that she does not have need, and to deny the request to compel, as Mr. Outlaw has fully complied within his capabilities, and request the court to find that he is not willfully being contemptuous, because he has in fact offered the account number, the bank account. And I would say to the court, when he said he hadn't provided any, he didn't know what he was talking about, because we have worked on interrogatories for the last 6 months continuously, and without seeing the question, he didn't even know what he was talking about. So we would ask the court to deny the relief requested by the petitioner, as well as the request for attorney's fees.
This court previously ordered, I'm going to deal with the motion to compel first. This court previously ordered that Mr. Outlaw respond fully to the discovery request by an order that was entered some time ago, and I was trying to lay my hands on the actual order itself. Order entered July 13th, 2021. This court ordered that the respondent counter petition's motion to compel being was granted, that the petitioner counter respondent, that being Mr. Ralph Outlaw, shall within 30 days of the date of this hearing provide the answers to interrogatories number 10 and number 25, as well as request for production of documents 3 and 5. Further, petitioner respondent being is hereby ordered to swear to the answers to the interrogatories as well as the request for production of documents. And then we continued the motion for spousal support, and the motion for attorney's fees was reserved. I understand Ms. Mize's position that she has attempted to assist him in answering these interrogatories, but it is more the candid answer that Mr. Outlaw gave, while Ms. Mize says he doesn't really understand or know what he was talking about. It seemed pretty clear to me he knew what he was talking about. He answered that he didn't want to give that information out to Ms. Outlaw because of her son, and she had abused it in the past. And he made a conscious decision to violate this court's order regarding the production of those documents. More importantly, the requests themselves have not only to do with bank statements, but also with insurance and also with retirement accounts, all of which are relevant. It is a short-term marriage, but the issue regarding the increase in any sort of retirement or pension benefits they might have would be certainly the reasonable and relevant to this final hearing in this case. As a result of that, I have little choice but to find Mr. Outlaw to be in willful and deliberate contempt of the courts and sentence him to the Dixon County Jail for a period of 6 months or until he has purged himself of the contempt of this court by fully answering all of those discovery requests. The court orders that he report to the Dixon County Jail on November the 1st of 2021. Unless by that time he has purged himself of contempt by producing the answers to discovery that were requested. I would point out that while Mr. Outlaw objects to some of those questions as being too expensive for him to have to produce those bank records, there was no objection made to the answers to interrogatories or requests for production as provided for under the rules. And there is a procedure under the rules if it is going to be extensive under rule. That's what I was refreshing my memory about. Rule 26 regarding the general rules of discovery. 26.02 sets forth a procedure whereby an individual who claims that the answers to the discovery will be excessively expensive, prohibitively expensive, has a method by which they can address that issue. But under the circumstances, it is this court's opinion that Mr. Outlaw, by his own testimony, has indicated he intentionally did not answer that question because he didn't want her to have that information. It's about as clear an answer as you can give. And for that reason, I do find him to be in contempt. Moving then to the issue of the request for spousal support, there's really no proof before me regarding Mr. Outlaw's expenses. He didn't file an income and expense statement, or at least it wasn't exhibited as a part of this proceeding today. It is a situation where he makes about $4,000 a month.
This is the moment everything changes. The judge has made up his mind, and now everyone in that courtroom is waiting to hear how far he's willing to go with the punishment. Watch how serious the tone gets right here.
He pays the $620 some odd on the joint bankruptcy, half of which would theoretically at least be her obligation, which is basically around $315 a month that he's paying on her behalf. In addition to that, his changing jobs without notifying her may have violated the statutory injunction that automatically takes effect at the time of the filing for a divorce. He should have notified her at that point so she can make other arrangements. In view of that, she also has an obligation to mitigate whatever problems that she may have by finding some other alternative means. The simplest thing is if she's on Social Security disability to apply for Medicare, and get that going. But I understand she says she can't afford it. It seems to me that with the food stamp, which is not really income, it's a benefit that she receives. It's not really income. But with the food stamp benefit, and the other benefits she's getting, that the court is of the opinion that Mr. Outlaw should contribute $150 to her to cover the cost of her Social Security and Medicare coverage, and that will be in addition to his paying he will be continuing under a court order temporarily to pay the bankruptcy, so that he's now under a court order to pay that bankruptcy on your behalf. And then you're also going to get the $150 a month starting the month of October to allow you, and you will be under a court order to apply for Medicare coverage so that you can have medical insurance. And if you choose to go back to work, you will lose your disability and your Medicare, but that's your decision to make. As far as the other requests, the court had previously reserved the attorney's fees at a prior motion to compel, and the court does find that attorney's fees should be imposed. Mr. Jackson will submit an affidavit at his time on both the motions to compel and the motion today, and the court will consider the request and make an appropriate award of attorney's fees. Mr. Jackson will draw the order submitted to Ms. Mize for her approval. That's the order of the court.
One question.
Yes, sir.
Second payment was due in October. Do you have a date on that?
Let's make it October the 15th. And it'll be due and payable on the 15th day of each month thereafter. All right, that's the judgment of the court in this case.
This courtroom hearing quickly turns into a serious legal battle between a husband and wife going through a divorce. At the center of the case is Mary Outlaw, who tells the court that she is disabled and survives on a very limited monthly income. She explains that her disability payments are not enough to cover her basic living expenses, and she often has to rely on help from family members just to get by. On top of that, she says she lost her health insurance and can no longer afford many of her medical treatments and medications. As the hearing continues, Mary's attorney argues that she needs financial support from her husband, Ralph Outlaw. The court hears detailed testimony about their finances, medical expenses, and ongoing obligations. Meanwhile, questions are raised about Ralph's compliance with previous court orders. The situation becomes much more serious when Ralph admits that he failed to provide certain financial records that the court had previously ordered him to produce. He explains that he intentionally withheld some information because he believed it had been misused in the past. However, the judge is clearly not satisfied with that explanation. After listening to both sides, the judge concludes that Ralph knowingly violated a court order. The judge states that personal concerns do not give anyone the right to ignore a direct order from the court. Because of this, Ralph is found in willful contempt of court. In a dramatic ruling, the judge sentences Ralph to 6 months in jail unless he fully complies with the discovery requests and provides the required documents before the deadline. The court also orders him to pay temporary spousal support to help Mary obtain medical coverage and meet her basic needs. By the end of the hearing, the judge makes it clear that court orders are not optional. Regardless of personal disputes, everyone is expected to follow the law, and failing to do so can lead to serious consequences.